Beloved Creator of all that is, we are assembled today to once again join our hearts and minds, our spirits, into a force for good. We acknowledge you as our source of being and as the source of our doing what we do, for it is in your name. We are humbled and fervent, grateful for your continued guidance. We are bolstered knowing we are your feet on the ground, that it is your sacred ground upon which we walk. As in each breath that is you, so is each step. Let it be so, and so it is.
Thank you, Charlie.
My pleasure. Greetings. My name is Charlie White. I'm with the Oregon Statewide Jural Assembly, and this is my letter to Cheryl Myers, aka all caps Cheryl Myers, Deputy Secretary of State of the State of Oregon, County of Marion. From Charlie White for the Provisional Government on the de jure Oregon Jurisdiction for the Article 1, Section 1 People on Oregon. It's regarding my response to her June 5th, 2024 email to me following my voicemail message to her requesting her oath and bond. She did send an oath, her oath as it was, with the email. My response: I do not personally recall our previously requesting your oath or your bond, as you stated in your email, and I thank you for this one you included in your email response to my call. Our Assembly, as well as our Article 3, Amendment 7 Civilian Court of Record, has been gathering evidence in all of our visitations and inquiries to discover as undeniable proof that your office and all the state and all caps State of Oregon persons, by your oaths, serve neither the people nor our founding original jurisdiction document, the Constitution of the United States of America. Rather, it must be noted for the record to you as, quote, all caps Deputy Secretary of State, end quote, and to the Secretary of State, all caps, on Oregon, including all of the LEOs, the legislature, and the judiciary, including attorneys, that your oaths are a fraudulent constitution, are to a fraudulent constitution, a profuse paper product of a pirated document that serves the defunct United States corporation rather than the people of a republic as was guaranteed by our original founding document and its established original jurisdiction. Such piracy has occurred across the board and in every part and particle of authority figures in this current governance, at state as well as national level. Our inability to interact or even have a face-to-face communication with any of you indicates to us that you do know you are conducting business on the people rather than business for, that is, on behalf of the people. Many are awakening at a phenomenal pace to the truth of our history, as have we. We are no longer deceived. You and your ilk are no longer uninformed as to the plight of where we are in history because we have been communicating with your office in particular as the recording entity of our current governance. We are dedicated to making it known that you, as principals and as agents, are entities serving layers of questionable, morally bankrupt entities and have been for decades upon decades. It is time to seriously question the history relevant to now and where your loyalties lie. I follow with this a prayer that I wrote on 6/17/2024 after we saw your oath. It's called From Proper to Prosper. Beloved Creator within and without, what is proper is defined in the Oxford American Desk Dictionary as that which is fit, suitable, right as at the proper time, decent, respectable, especially excessively so, real and genuine when stated as oath proper. When we are saying we want a proper oath, It is the clearest expression of a demand for an oath of integrity and explicit jurisdiction. Oaths compromised are no oaths at all, but become senseless rituals to fulfill a perceived obligation. An oath for oath's sake, ones that mix jurisdiction and intent, is a lie, not only to those speaking it, but for those hearing or reading it. Once we tap into our conscious God-given awareness, we recognize that an oath of loyalty is, above all, to one's God self. In promising to oneself their performance to be of the highest order man or woman, the part and particle of prime divine creator can swear to, the oath then becomes a document, a promise of service to others, not to the state, not to the government, not to some arbitrary man-made statute, but a promise to be that which springs from one's divine essence in all of their performances. Add an S to proper in the form of a $sign, and we all prosper. Let it be so, and so it is. This is not issued as a threat, but an entreaty to self-reflection as a living, breathing being. Who do you serve? I rest.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. And then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, just shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I fought. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.